Here is the Toyota Corolla. Before we get started though, let me give a quick shout out to Naya Motors Inc. for letting us use the car today to film the videos. They are a used car dealer here in Ottawa, Canada. Check out the link in description for their entire inventory. Now let's go ahead and open up the driver's side door. Right over there is the primary hood release lever. Pull it. Now in front of the vehicle, right on top of that Toyota emblem there, put one hand there, lift up the hood slightly, put another hand over there and push it up. Now this hood requires a prop rod to stay in place, so grab the rod, put it over there in that slot in the hood with the arrow marking it. Now pull it back slightly and now the hood is secure. Now once the hood is open, that's your battery right there. For this job you will need a 10mm socket ratchet combination. And if you're going to use this, make sure it's a long deep socket so it can go over that stud. Or you can also use a 10mm wrench. Either one of them works. So first we'll take that negative terminal wire off. So just start turning this left and loosen this, and you just have to loosen this enough that you can just wiggle this connector wire off the terminal. Wiggle this and pull it up and off it comes. Tuck it away safely so there's no accidental contact. And now let's repeat the process for the positive terminal wire. Get this off and try taking this off as well. If it doesn't come off, all you have to do now is just get a flathead screwdriver and put it underneath over there and then use that to pull it up. And then you'll be able to get it out. Again, tuck this wire away safely too, out of the way. Now we've got to take that one 10mm bolt off, and let's get this out of the way and make sure you don't lose it. It's a good idea to just put it back in its place. Just put it in a couple threads when you take it off. And now this bracket should be loose. You should be able to just move it. Other end of the bracket is a rod that is held in place by that white clip. It should be held in place like that. That's what it should look like. And now at this point, there's nothing else holding it in place. You just have to get that bracket off. Just turn it around, get it out of the way, and now you should be able to just grab the battery and take it out of the car. Be careful, the battery is heavy, so don't drop it and hurt yourself or damage the car. The battery is a group 35. That's the battery size, and the positive side is marked with a plus and negative side is marked with a minus. That's the tray on which the battery rests. If you want, you can take it out, clean it up, and there are two dimples on it. Those ones, they go in those matching holes in the car. Yep, those ones. Just put it back in, and when you do, make sure it's aligned, it's not moving. That is looking good. Now let's go ahead and get the battery back in there. For now I'm just going to put my old battery back in because my battery is good. Make sure it's properly positioned, plus over there, minus here. And now first let's get the bracket on. If you want, you can sort of loosen this other nut a little bit to make it easier to get the bracket on the battery. Right, there's more movement, so that makes it easier. Then put the other bolt on, and let's just tighten this down. And then let's repeat the process for the other one and tighten that down as well. At this point the bracket should be firmly in place and the battery should not move, and that is looking good. Now let's put the positive terminal wire on. Make sure it goes on properly, like push it down all the way on the terminal, so that way you make sure there's a good contact. That's good. Let's tighten this up, make sure this is not moving, and that's good. Let's put the cap back on. And now moving on to the negative terminal wire, and when you do this you may notice some sparks, and that's totally normal because that's right when the connection is formed. Let's tighten this up and make sure this is not moving as well. That is good. Let's go inside the car and test this out. Put the key in there, on. Everything is turning up. That is good. Let's try turning the engine on now. And it turns on. No warning lights on the dash. Okay, let's see what's going on with the radio. It's gonna take a few seconds to boot up like this. Everything turns on over there. Let's try playing something on the radio, and that's working out good. The fan is working as well, and that is looking very good. That's pretty much it. To close the hood, first push it, take load off the prop rod. Get the rod out of that slot, put it back in its place, lower the hood and slam it shut. Hope you found it useful.